God says, I will never talk to you if you skip now. A big tragedy is coming your way. I am trying to save your life. If you skip this, you will suffer great losses. Listen carefully to these words, because they are not random sounds passing through your ears, but a call filled with love, urgency, and protection meant specifically for your life at this very moment. I am speaking because something serious is moving toward your path, and my desire is not to frighten you, but to guard you from harm before it ever reaches your door. I see the road ahead more clearly than you can see the next step beneath your feet, and I am calling you to remain still and attentive, because what you hear now carries protection, guidance, and a turning point that can change what lies ahead of you. If you believe that my voice is reaching you at the right time, write Amen in the comments. My child, the words you have just heard carry weight because they come from a place of deep care for your life, your future, and your purpose that I have placed within you since the day you first opened your eyes to this world. I do not speak out of anger or distance, but out of the deep love that watches over you every moment, even when you feel alone, tired, or surrounded by confusion. When I say that I will never talk to you if you skip now, I am not pushing you away, but revealing how serious this moment truly is, because many times you have rushed past quiet warnings and gentle nudges that were placed before you. I am asking you to slow down and receive what is being given, because it carries protection meant to keep your life from a loss that could have been avoided. There are moments in life when danger forms quietly and slowly without noise, and those are the moments when my voice must reach you before the storm becomes visible. You may not yet see the shape of the trouble that is forming, but I see the details clearly, and I am stepping in with mercy before it grows into something that wounds your heart or disrupts the peace that I desire for you. This is why the words sound urgent and direct, because I care too deeply about your life to remain silent while something harmful moves closer to your path. My voice is not here to scare you, but to awaken you, guide you, and position you where protection and blessing can surround you. As you continue listening with an open heart, take a moment to gently support this video by leaving a like, because this small act helps these words of hope and protection reach other hearts that may also be standing at a fragile turning point in their lives. My beloved child, the tragedy that I warn about is not something I desire for you, and it is not a punishment waiting to fall from the sky, but rather a path that can form when warnings are ignored and when distractions pull your attention away from the wisdom that protects you. Many times I have tried to guide you through quiet thoughts, unexpected reminders, and moments where something inside your spirit whispered that a change was needed. Those whispers were not accidents, but signs of my presence gently guiding your direction so that you could walk safely through the complexities of life. Today my voice becomes clearer because the moment requires your attention more than before, and I want you to understand that you are not abandoned or forgotten in this world. I know the pressures that weigh on your shoulders, the silent battles you fight inside your mind, and the moments when you feel that no one truly understands what your heart carries. Yet I have been beside you through every hidden tear, every restless night, and every quiet prayer that rose from your soul even when you felt too tired to speak aloud. You are not a random person moving through a meaningless story, but a life that holds purpose, strength, and potential that was placed within you with careful intention. The enemy of your peace would like you to believe that your steps do not matter and that your decisions hold little weight, but the truth is that every step you take shapes the path that unfolds before you. This is why I speak strongly today, because I want to shift your direction slightly so that loss never reaches you. There are blessings waiting ahead of you that you cannot yet see, and those blessings require you to stay alert, patient, and connected to the guidance that protects your journey. My voice calling you right now is a shield placed around your life, reminding you that you are never walking through darkness alone. Even when storms gather and confusion tries to surround your mind, my presence stands firm beside you like a strong wall that cannot be broken by fear or uncertainty. Remember that my love does not disappear when you stumble or when your faith becomes quiet during difficult seasons. My love continues reaching toward you, lifting you, and gently guiding you back toward the road that leads to peace and restoration. I am speaking today because your life is valuable, your future is important, and your story is far from finished. Let these words settle into your heart as a reminder that you are seen, protected, and guided even when the world around you feels uncertain and heavy. The warning you heard at the beginning is not the voice of rejection, but the voice of deep care, reaching toward you before something painful can take shape. My desire is always to lead you away from harm and into the quiet place where hope, strength, and renewal grow stronger every day. I see paths long before you reach them, and I understand the small decisions that quietly shape the direction of your future. Because of this, I step closer and speak clearly so that you will not walk blindly into something that could have been avoided through wisdom and attention. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual, helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. Many times in life, people believe that danger arrives loudly with obvious warning signs. Yet the truth is that many harmful situations begin quietly, forming slowly through choices, distractions, and moments when the heart drifts away from the guidance meant to keep it safe. I see those small turning points that most eyes overlook, and I care too deeply about your life to allow silence to remain when a gentle redirection can protect your future. The seriousness of my voice today is not meant to fill your heart with fear, but to awaken your spirit so you recognize how precious your life truly is in my sight. You are not an ordinary soul wandering through a random story without meaning. From the beginning, I formed your life with intention, purpose, and a future that carries light even through seasons that feel dark and uncertain. Every moment of your journey matters more than you realize, and every step forward carries possibilities that can lead either toward peace or toward difficulty, depending on the direction chosen. That is why I guide you, correct you, and gently call your attention when your path begins to lean towards something that could bring loss or pain. Right now, I am surrounding your life with protection that you cannot see with natural eyes, because my desire is always to shield you from harm whenever your heart is willing to listen and receive guidance. There are forces in the world that attempt to steal peace, drain hope, and lead hearts into confusion. Yet my presence stands stronger than any shadow that tries to move across your path. When you slow down and allow my words to settle into your thoughts, you step into a place where wisdom grows and clarity begins to replace uncertainty. Some of the struggles you have faced recently were not meaningless hardships, but moments that shaped your strength and prepared your heart to recognize the value of guidance when it appears before you. Pain often teaches lessons that comfort cannot easily provide, and through those difficult seasons your spirit learned to search for something deeper than temporary solutions. Those lessons have brought you to this moment where my voice reaches you again with renewed urgency and care. Even though life has placed heavy weight upon your shoulders at times, I have never stopped walking beside you through each step of the journey. I have seen the quiet battles you fought when no one else understood the pressure pressing against your heart. I have watched you rise again after moments that tried to break your spirit and convince you that giving up would be easier than continuing forward. Yet your life did not end in those moments, because my hand was still guiding the direction of your path. When I speak about great losses that could occur if this warning is ignored, I am revealing how important your choices are during this season of your life. Small decisions made in moments of distraction can lead toward doors that bring unnecessary pain. Yet simple obedience to wisdom can shift your path toward protection and restoration. I want you to walk toward the future that holds peace rather than regret. And that future begins with listening closely to the guidance given today. My beloved child, the world around you moves quickly and constantly tries to pull your attention in many directions, filling your mind with noise that makes it difficult to hear the quiet voice that leads toward safety. Distractions grow louder every day, and many people rush forward without pausing long enough to recognize the warnings meant to protect them. I am calling you to live differently by choosing awareness, patience, and trust in the guidance that flows from my heart toward yours. As you continue listening and allowing these words to settle within your spirit, take a moment to write 999 inches, the comments as a quiet declaration that your heart is open to receiving protection and direction from the one who watches over your life with constant care. My child, your story is far from finished, and the chapters ahead hold possibilities of healing, restoration, and blessings that you cannot yet imagine with your current understanding. Difficult seasons may have caused you to doubt your strength or question whether your life truly carries meaning, yet I see the full picture of who you are becoming. Every challenge you overcame has quietly built resilience within you that will help you stand firm when future opportunities appear before your path. The tragedy I warned about earlier does not need to become part of your story if you remain attentive and willing to move in the direction that wisdom provides. I am not placing fear in your heart, but offering guidance that protects you from unnecessary pain and redirects your steps toward a safer road. My voice comes from love that refuses to abandon you even when you feel uncertain about your own strength. When you listen carefully and choose to remain connected to this guidance, you place your life under protection that goes beyond human understanding. I see the unseen details of your future, and my desire is to prepare your path so that blessing replaces loss and peace replaces confusion. My presence surrounding your life is stronger than any obstacle that tries to rise against you. Remember that your value does not depend on the opinions of the world or the temporary success measured by others around you. Your life carries purpose because it was created with intention, and your heart holds gifts that will unfold at the right time when patience and trust guide your steps. Even when the road feels long and uncertain, my presence continues to walk beside you, quietly strengthening your spirit. I am guiding you now toward awareness, protection, and renewed hope, so that the future before you becomes brighter than the struggles behind you. Loss does not need to define your story, because wisdom and obedience can transform the direction of your life. Remain attentive, remain patient, and allow my guidance to lead you into a season where restoration begins to replace every fear that once tried to hold your heart captive. People are asking why money is suddenly flowing into random lives. A leaked CIA discovery reveals a 7-second brain ritual that quietly rewires your mind for wealth. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, people are wiping out debt and stepping into luxury with ease. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. I know the pace of your days has often become overwhelming, filled with responsibilities, worries, and the quiet pressure to keep moving forward, even when your spirit feels tired. In those moments, it becomes easy to rush past gentle reminders and overlook the guidance that quietly appears along your path. Yet I am patient with you, and my love does not grow distant when your attention becomes scattered. Instead, I come closer, speaking more clearly, so that you can recognize the direction that protects your future. You must understand that my desire has never been to see you struggle unnecessarily or carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. The tragedies that enter human lives often begin with small moments where wisdom is ignored and where hearts follow impulses that lead away from peace. I watch these moments carefully because I care deeply about every step you take and every choice that shapes the direction of your journey. Right now, I am guiding your attention toward awareness because something ahead requires you to walk with greater patience and clarity. The danger I spoke of is not an unavoidable fate that must happen, but a possibility that forms when the heart moves without listening to the quiet direction that I offer. My voice today is a protective light shining onto the road before you so that you can see clearly and avoid paths that could bring sorrow or regret. You may not yet recognize the exact place where this warning will become meaningful in your life, but the understanding will come as you continue moving forward with attentiveness and humility. When that moment appears, you will remember these words and realize that guidance had already been placed before you. This is how my care works in your life, preparing your heart before certain situations unfold so that wisdom can guide your response. Through every season you have lived, whether filled with joy or surrounded by difficulty, my presence has remained near even when you felt alone. There were nights when your thoughts were heavy and your heart carried questions that no one around you seemed able to answer. During those quiet hours, I was still near, strengthening your spirit in ways you could not easily see, guiding your steps through unseen protection. Your life is precious in my sight, far more valuable than the temporary opinions or judgments of people who pass through your journey. I see the dreams hidden within your heart, the compassion you carry for others, and the quiet strength that continues to rise inside you even when life becomes challenging. These qualities were not placed within you by accident, but were carefully woven into your spirit so that your life could bring light into places where hope feels distant. The world sometimes convinces people that their lives are ordinary and that their choices hold little meaning. Yet the truth is that every life carries influence that spreads farther than most people realize. Your kindness, your patience, and your willingness to seek what is good create ripples that reach beyond the moments you can see. Because of this, protecting your path matters greatly, and that is why my voice speaks firmly when guidance is needed. If your heart is receiving these words with openness and trust, write 555 inches the comments as a quiet declaration that you are choosing to listen carefully and walk forward with wisdom. My child, I want you to know that even though this warning carries seriousness, it is also surrounded by hope, protection, and the promise that your future can still unfold with blessing and restoration. Warnings from my heart are never meant to destroy hope, but to preserve it by steering lives away from harm before pain becomes unavoidable. When you listen and allow guidance to shape your choices, you step into a place where peace grows stronger and fear begins to lose its power. There will be moments ahead when decisions appear small, but will quietly hold great importance for your direction. During those times, I want you to remember the stillness of this moment and allow wisdom to lead your thoughts rather than rushing forward without reflection. Patience often becomes the shield that protects a life from unnecessary hardship, and awareness becomes the light that reveals safer paths. You have already walked through seasons that tested your endurance and stretched your faith in ways you never expected. Those experiences were not wasted chapters, but lessons that strengthened your ability to recognize guidance when it appears again. Each difficulty shaped your understanding and prepared your spirit to receive the protection that is being offered now. I am not speaking these words because I doubt your strength, but because I believe in the future that still waits ahead of you. I see the goodness that can grow from your life, the relationships that can flourish through your kindness, and the moments of peace that will arrive when wisdom becomes the foundation of your choices. My voice calling to you now is a reminder that you are not alone in navigating the complexities of life. The tragedy I warned about can be avoided when your heart remains attentive and willing to walk in alignment with the direction that leads towards safety. Loss does not need to define your story, and pain does not need to shape the chapters that come next. Guidance has already been placed before you, and protection surrounds your steps when you remain open to listening. As you move forward from this moment, allow calmness to settle into your thoughts, and trust that my presence is guiding your journey, even through situations that appear uncertain. My love continues to surround you like a quiet shield that stands between your life and the dangers you cannot see. Remain close to wisdom, remain patient in your decisions, and allow the light of guidance to illuminate each step ahead. Many people move through life quickly, believing that every day will simply unfold the same way as the one before it. Yet certain moments quietly carry the power to shape an entire season of life. The moment you are in now is one of those turning points where awareness and patience can protect you from pain that would otherwise grow from unnoticed choices. I do not speak these things to burden your heart, but to awaken your understanding so that you walk forward with a clearer mind and a spirit that recognizes the value of listening carefully. Why is everyone rushing to this 7-second brain ritual? Leaked CIA files exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the door to wealth fast. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, it's turning financial stress into abundance almost overnight. But this secret won't stay public for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it's deleted forever. You have faced many challenges already, and there were times when you felt surrounded by confusion or uncertainty about which direction your life should take. Even during those seasons when answers felt distant and the future appeared clouded, my presence never moved away from you. I stood beside you in silence when your strength felt small, and I gently guided your steps even when you were unaware that guidance was present. That same presence continues with you now, surrounding your life with protection that is stronger than the obstacles you may encounter. The tragedy I warned about earlier is not something written permanently into your story. It is a path that can appear when wisdom is ignored and when choices are made without reflection or patience. Because I care deeply about the direction of your life, I am drawing your attention to this moment so that you will walk with greater awareness and protect the peace that is meant for your future. Your life carries value far beyond what the world often recognizes. Many people measure worth by temporary success or outward achievements, yet I see something much deeper within you. I see a heart that continues to hope even when disappointments arrive. And I see a spirit that still searches for light even when circumstances try to surround you with doubt. These qualities reveal the strength that lives inside you, and they remind you that your story is still unfolding with purpose. There are blessings that will grow in your life when patience guides your decisions and when your spirit remains connected to wisdom. I do not promise that every road will be free from difficulty, but I promise that guidance will never leave you when your heart chooses to listen. My voice remains near, ready to redirect your steps whenever confusion begins to cloud your vision. If your heart feels calm as these words settle into your spirit and you sense that your life is being carefully protected, write 10 inches the comments as a simple declaration that you trust the guidance surrounding your journey. My beloved child, the world around you often teaches people to rush through moments without reflection, chasing after temporary solutions that bring only brief satisfaction. Yet the life I desire for you is not built on hurried decisions or restless searching, but on steady wisdom that grows through patience and awareness. When you slow your thoughts and listen closely, you begin to recognize the quiet direction that leads you away from harm and toward peace. There will be moments ahead when situations appear ordinary on the surface, but quietly hold greater significance beneath what your eyes first notice. During those times, allow your heart to remember the seriousness of the warning you heard earlier and choose to move with caution rather than haste. A single moment of patience can protect a future that might otherwise be shaken by unnecessary hardship. You are not alone as you walk through the complexities of life. My presence continues to surround your steps like a shield that stands between you and the dangers that attempt to rise against your peace. Even when you feel uncertain about the path ahead, my guidance remains steady, quietly directing your life toward places where hope and restoration can grow. The struggles you have faced in the past were not meaningless chapters meant only to cause pain. Each challenge shaped your understanding and strengthened your ability to recognize truth when it appears before you. Those experiences prepared your heart to receive this moment with seriousness and humility, so that wisdom can protect what lies ahead. I know there were days when you wondered if your efforts truly mattered, and if your life carried the importance that others seemed to possess. Yet I have always seen the deeper story unfolding within you, a story filled with resilience, compassion, and quiet courage that continues to rise even after disappointment. That strength is part of the purpose placed within you, and it will guide you through future seasons with greater confidence. The tragedy I spoke about does not need to become part of your journey when awareness becomes your companion and patience shapes your decisions. My voice today is not closing doors around you, but opening a path that leads away from loss and toward a future where peace remains possible. Protection is already surrounding you, waiting for your willingness to walk carefully and listen closely. Remember that guidance is not meant to control your life, but to preserve the beauty of the future that has been prepared for you. Every time you pause and allow wisdom to influence your steps, you move closer to the life that was intended for your heart from the beginning. My love remains constant, patient, and unwavering as it continues to guide your journey. There are moments when people believe that warnings are meant to frighten them, yet the truth is that guidance always arrives because someone cares enough to protect what is valuable. Your life holds meaning far beyond what you may recognize during ordinary days, filled with routine and responsibilities. I see the strength growing quietly inside your spirit, and I see the future that still waits ahead of you with opportunities for healing, restoration, and peace. Because that future matters, I speak clearly so that you walk forward with awareness, rather than moving blindly through moments that require wisdom. You have already endured seasons where disappointment tried to weaken your confidence and where circumstances made you question whether your path would ever become steady again. Even during those difficult times when your strength felt small, my presence never stepped away from your side. I walked with you through every quiet struggle and every hidden tear that fell when no one else was watching. Those moments did not go unseen, and they were not wasted chapters, but part of the growth that prepared your heart to receive guidance now. The tragedy I warned about earlier is not something I desire for you, and it is not a future that must take place if wisdom shapes your steps. Many painful situations begin with small moments, where patience is replaced by haste, and where quiet intuition is ignored because distractions seem louder. By speaking to you now, I am placing light upon the path before you so that those subtle turning points become visible and easier to navigate. Is this the same CIA brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak reveals a powerful 7-second technique developed under secret research. Backed by neuroscience, people are moving from debt to wealth and luxury faster than believed possible. But this secret may be deleted soon. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. When you slow your thoughts and allow these words to settle into your spirit, clarity begins to replace confusion. Instead of rushing into situations without reflection, you begin to recognize the importance of pausing long enough to sense the direction that leads towards safety. Wisdom often appears quietly, and those who listen carefully discover that many storms can be avoided before they ever form on the horizon. Your heart carries resilience that has been strengthened through every challenge you faced. Each obstacle taught you something about endurance, patience, and the value of seeking guidance when circumstances feel uncertain. Those lessons now become part of the protection surrounding your life, helping you recognize moments when caution becomes necessary. If you feel your spirit opening to this guidance and your heart is choosing to walk forward with greater awareness, write 1717 inches the comments as a declaration that you are embracing wisdom and protection. My beloved child, remember that you are never walking through this world alone, even when the path feels unfamiliar or when the future appears hidden behind uncertainty. My presence moves with you through every season, quietly shaping events in ways that protect your journey and guide your steps toward places where peace can grow. Even when your understanding feels limited, my vision continues to see beyond the present moment and prepare what lies ahead. The world often encourages people to rush forward without reflection, chasing after solutions that promise quick relief, yet rarely bring lasting peace. I am calling you toward a different way of living, one where patience becomes your strength and awareness becomes the light guiding your decisions. When you allow wisdom to influence your choices, you protect your future from situations that would otherwise bring regret. There will be moments ahead when certain decisions appear small and unimportant on the surface, yet they quietly hold influence over the direction of your path. During those moments, I want you to remember the seriousness of the warning that began this conversation. Allow those words to remind you that every step matters and that listening carefully can preserve the blessings waiting for you. Your life carries purpose that extends beyond what you currently see around you. There are people whose lives will be touched by your kindness, opportunities that will grow from your perseverance, and seasons of joy that will arrive when patience continues to guide your journey. None of these possibilities are accidents, but part of a greater story unfolding through your willingness to keep moving forward with faith. The protection surrounding your life grows stronger when you remain attentive to guidance and willing to adjust your direction when wisdom calls for change. This protection is not fragile or temporary, but steady and constant, like a shield that stands quietly between you and dangers that attempt to approach. My love surrounds you with that protection, ensuring that even during uncertain times you are not left without direction. Remember that warnings are expressions of care rather than rejection. They reveal how deeply your life is valued and how strongly your future matters. By choosing to listen, you are already moving away from the possibility of loss and toward a future where restoration and peace become more visible with each step. Continue forward with calmness in your heart and confidence that your journey is being watched over with unwavering care. Even when circumstances appear complicated, guidance will continue reaching toward you, reminding you that wisdom and patience always create safer paths. There are seasons when life becomes busy and the mind fills with many thoughts that compete for attention. During those times, it becomes easy to overlook the quiet guidance that gently speaks to the heart, inviting patience and careful decisions. Yet the most meaningful direction often arrives softly rather than loudly, and only those who pause long enough to listen recognize the protection being offered. I am calling you into that stillness now, so that your thoughts can slow and your spirit can receive clarity that keeps your path secure. You have already walked through situations that tested your endurance and shaped your understanding about how fragile certain moments in life can be. Those experiences were not meaningless struggles, but lessons that prepared your heart to recognize wisdom when it appears again. Each challenge strengthened the resilience within you and reminded you that guidance is a gift meant to protect what is valuable. The tragedy I warned about earlier is not written permanently into your story. It is simply a possibility that can appear when life moves forward without reflection or when distractions pull attention away from what truly matters. By speaking to you now, I am placing a gentle light upon the road ahead so that you walk with awareness rather than uncertainty. My desire is always to lead you towards safety and away from paths that could bring unnecessary pain. You may sometimes feel that your life is ordinary compared to the stories of others around you, yet I see the depth of purpose that quietly lives inside your heart. Every act of kindness you share, every moment of patience you offer, and every effort you make to keep hope alive carries influence far beyond what your eyes can measure. Your life is not small or unnoticed, but part of a greater story unfolding through your willingness to keep moving forward with courage. Even when circumstances have caused you to question whether your efforts truly matter, I have continued guiding your steps through unseen protection. There were moments when danger approached quietly, yet it never reached you because my presence redirected situations before harm could take shape. These acts of protection may have gone unnoticed at the time, but they were expressions of the care that surrounds your life every day. If your spirit is receiving these words with openness, and you feel the comfort of guidance surrounding your journey, write 333 inches, the comments as a declaration that your heart is listening with faith. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. My beloved child, the future ahead of you still carries possibilities of peace, restoration, and blessings that have not yet fully appeared. Difficult seasons may have clouded your vision and made the road feel uncertain, yet those moments do not define the final direction of your life. When wisdom shapes your steps and patience guides your choices, the future can shift toward healing and stability. The world often encourages people to hurry through life, as though every opportunity must be grasped immediately, yet true wisdom understands the power of waiting and observing before acting. Some of the greatest protections in life come from moments when the heart chooses to pause, rather than rushing into decisions that later bring regret. I am teaching you to value that patience because it preserves the peace that belongs to your journey. You are not walking through life without support. My presence continues to surround you like a quiet shield, protecting your path from dangers that attempt to rise without warning. Even when confusion appears, guidance remains near, gently directing your steps towards safer ground. This protection grows stronger when your heart remains willing to listen and your mind chooses reflection over haste. The losses I warned about earlier can be avoided when awareness becomes your companion. Many tragedies in life are not sudden disasters but slow consequences that form when people ignore the small signals placed before them. By opening your heart to guidance now, you step away from those hidden dangers and move toward a future that remains steady. Your journey still holds moments of joy and peace that will arrive when the lessons of patience and wisdom become part of your daily choices. The resilience within you will continue growing stronger, allowing you to face future challenges with confidence rather than fear. Every experience you have lived through has prepared you for this stage of your life where awareness becomes a powerful protector. Remember that warnings from my heart are expressions of love rather than rejection. They reveal how deeply your life is valued and how strongly your future matters. When you listen carefully and allow wisdom to guide your decisions, You move closer to the peace that has always been intended for your life. As you continue forward, carry these words with you like a light that shines upon each step ahead. Let patience guard your decisions, and let awareness guide your thoughts. The protection surrounding your life will remain strong when your heart stays open to the direction that leads towards safety. When I warned that a tragedy could approach and that losses might follow if my voice is ignored, it came from the love that watches over you, even during moments when you feel unnoticed by the world around you. I see the details of your path clearly, and because your future matters deeply, I speak again so that your heart remains attentive and your decisions become guided by patience. There are times when people believe that warnings arrive only when something terrible must happen, yet many warnings exist precisely so that painful outcomes can be avoided before they ever begin to form. My voice reaching you now is not a sign of abandonment or rejection, but a shield placed around your life so that the direction ahead becomes safer and more peaceful. When you pause long enough to reflect on these words, your spirit begins to recognize how valuable it is to walk through life with awareness, instead of rushing blindly through moments that carry quiet importance. You have already seen how certain choices in life can lead toward unexpected consequences, while other choices quietly open doors that bring peace and stability. These experiences have taught you lessons about patience, reflection, and the value of listening to the inner sense that gently guides your thoughts. That quiet sense is not something random within you, but part of the guidance that has been placed in your life to help you recognize safer paths. The tragedy I spoke about earlier is not meant to become part of your story if wisdom continues guiding your steps. Many hardships can be prevented when awareness grows strong enough to recognize when a situation requires caution. By drawing your attention to this moment, I am offering protection that will help you navigate the days ahead with greater clarity. There may be times when you feel that the road before you is uncertain, or when the future appears hidden behind circumstances that seem difficult to understand. Even during those seasons when answers feel distant, my presence continues walking beside you, guiding events quietly and protecting your path from dangers that attempt to appear without warning. My care does not weaken during those moments, but remains steady and constant. Your life carries meaning far beyond the daily routines that sometimes make everything feel ordinary. Every person you encourage, every kindness you extend, and every effort you make to remain hopeful even during difficult times adds light to the world around you. These actions may seem small when viewed individually, yet they create ripples that travel far beyond what your eyes can measure. If you feel your heart receiving this guidance, and you choose to walk forward with greater awareness and trust, write 666 inches, the comments as a quiet declaration that your spirit is open to the protection surrounding your life. My beloved child, the journey ahead still holds many moments that will bring peace and restoration when wisdom continues guiding your steps. Difficult experiences from the past may sometimes whisper doubts into your thoughts, trying to convince you that life will always remain complicated or uncertain. Yet those doubts do not tell the full story of what lies ahead for you. The lessons you have learned through hardship have prepared your heart for a future where patience becomes your strength and awareness becomes your shield. Each challenge shaped your understanding and strengthened the resilience inside you, allowing you to stand stronger when important moments arrive. These lessons now become part of the protection, guiding your path forward. The world often encourages people to hurry toward solutions that promise quick results, but rarely bring lasting peace. I am guiding you toward a different way of living, where calm reflection and thoughtful choices protect your life from unnecessary pain. When you allow patience to shape your decisions, you create space for wisdom to reveal safer directions. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. There will be moments ahead when a situation appears ordinary yet quietly carries influence over the direction of your future. During those moments, I want you to remember the seriousness of the warning that began this conversation. Allow those words to remind you that every step matters, and that listening carefully can preserve the blessings waiting for your life. You are not moving through life without support or protection. My presence continues to surround you like a steady wall that stands between your life and dangers that attempt to appear. Even when circumstances become confusing or uncertain, guidance remains near, quietly directing your path towards stability and peace. The losses I warned about do not need to define your story when awareness remains strong within your heart. Many tragedies grow slowly from moments where wisdom is ignored, yet when guidance becomes part of your daily choices, those paths begin to fade away. Protection grows stronger when your spirit remains willing to listen and your thoughts remain open to reflection. Your future still carries possibilities that have not yet fully appeared. There will be seasons where joy replaces worry and where stability begins to take the place of uncertainty. Those seasons will come through the quiet strength that grows when patience and wisdom guide each step you take. Remember that warnings from my heart always come from love rather than rejection. They reveal the value of your life and the importance of your future. By choosing to listen carefully and move forward with awareness, you step into a path where peace becomes possible and loss loses its power. As you continue walking through the days ahead, carry these words within your spirit like a light that illuminates the road before you. Let patience guard your thoughts and allow wisdom to guide every decision you make. The protection surrounding your life will remain steady when your heart continues listening. Certain moments in life carry quiet crossroads where listening carefully can prevent pain that would otherwise appear unexpectedly. I see those crossroads clearly, and because your life matters deeply to me, I continue guiding your thoughts so that wisdom shapes the direction ahead. Many people move quickly through their days, filling their minds with noise and distractions that make it difficult to notice the gentle signals meant to guide their steps. When this happens, important warnings are sometimes overlooked, and situations grow heavier before anyone realizes how they began. I am drawing your attention back to stillness so that your heart becomes aware again of the direction that protects your future. The calmness you feel as these words settle into your spirit is part of the protection that surrounds you right now. You have already walked through seasons where life felt uncertain and where your strength was tested by circumstances that seemed difficult to understand. During those times, it may have felt as though you were carrying every burden alone, yet my presence was quietly guiding your path even when you could not clearly recognize it. I protected you in moments you did not see and redirected situations that might have caused deeper pain. Those unseen acts of care are part of the love that continues watching over you today. The tragedy I spoke about earlier does not need to become a reality within your story. It was spoken so that awareness could rise within your heart before anything harmful begins to grow. When a person becomes attentive and willing to listen to wisdom, many hardships fade before they ever reach the surface. This is why I continue speaking to you now, not to burden your spirit but to strengthen your awareness so that the future ahead remains protected. Your life carries purpose that extends far beyond what you sometimes notice during ordinary days filled with routine and responsibilities. The kindness you show to others, the patience you practice during difficult moments, and the quiet hope you hold inside your heart all carry influence that reaches farther than your eyes can measure. These qualities reveal the beauty placed within your life, and they remind you that your story holds value even when the world around you moves too quickly to notice. If your spirit feels the calmness of this guidance and you sense the protection surrounding your life in this moment, write 1111 in the comments as a sign that your heart is listening with faith. My beloved child, there will always be voices around you that encourage haste, impatience, and quick decisions that promise easy solutions. Yet the path that leads toward lasting peace is often built through patience and careful reflection. When you slow your thoughts and allow wisdom to guide your choices, you protect your future from situations that could otherwise create unnecessary hardship. The warning that began this conversation was not meant to close doors in your life, but to illuminate the road ahead so that your steps become steady. Every person encounters moments where decisions carry deeper meaning than they first appear. During those moments, the heart that listens carefully is the one that finds safety and stability. You are not alone while walking through these important seasons. My presence remains beside you like a quiet shield that stands between your life and dangers that try to appear without warning. Even when confusion enters your thoughts, or when circumstances seem unclear, guidance continues surrounding you with patience and care. The struggles you faced in the past were not meaningless chapters meant only to bring pain. Each experience strengthened your understanding and taught your spirit how to recognize truth when it appears again. Those lessons prepared your heart to receive guidance now with humility and attentiveness. What once felt like difficulty has quietly become strength that helps protect your path forward. Loss does not need to shape the future of your story. The warning you heard earlier exists precisely so that loss can be avoided through awareness and patience. When wisdom guides your choices and when reflection becomes part of your daily life, many hidden dangers begin to lose their power. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. There are still seasons ahead where joy will replace worry and where stability will grow in places that once felt uncertain. Your life has not reached its final chapter, but is continuing to unfold with possibilities that you cannot yet fully see. Patience will help reveal those possibilities, one step at a time. Remember that guidance from my heart always comes from love that values your life deeply. I speak because your future matters and because the peace meant for your journey deserves protection. When you listen carefully and allow awareness to shape your steps, you move closer to the life that has always been intended for you. Carry these words with you as you continue forward through the days ahead. Let patience guard your thoughts and let wisdom illuminate the direction you choose. Protection surrounds your life more than you realize, and my presence continues guiding you toward peace even when the road appears uncertain. My voice has remained near you, not to fill your heart with fear, but to strengthen your understanding of how deeply your life is valued. Every step you take matters, and every choice carries influence over the direction of the road before you. Many people believe that guidance only arrives after problems appear, yet true protection often comes before danger becomes visible. That is what is happening in your life now. The words that continue reaching your spirit are part of a shield forming around your future so that you do not move blindly into circumstances that could disturb your peace. When you listen with patience and allow these words to settle deeply within your thoughts, you create space for wisdom to grow stronger inside you. You have already lived through moments when life seemed uncertain and when the future felt hidden behind challenges that were difficult to understand. During those seasons, you may have wondered whether anyone truly saw the struggles you carried silently within your heart. Yet every moment was seen, and every quiet tear mattered more than you realized. My presence stood beside you through each one, strengthening your spirit even when you felt that your strength was fading. The tragedy that was mentioned earlier was not spoken as a sentence that must happen, but as a warning meant to awaken awareness. Many painful outcomes begin slowly through small decisions made without reflection or patience. When wisdom becomes part of your thinking, those harmful paths begin to fade away before they have the chance to grow into something greater. Your life is not meant to be defined by loss or regret. I created your journey with purpose, and within you, there are gifts that will bring light into the lives of others in ways you cannot yet fully see. The kindness within your heart, the compassion you show when others struggle, and the determination that continues rising even after disappointment are all signs of the strength placed inside you. If you feel the calmness of this guidance settling into your spirit and you choose to walk forward with faith and awareness, write 1313 in the comments as a declaration that your heart is listening. My beloved child, remember that the world around you often moves quickly and encourages people to make decisions without pausing long enough to understand their direction. Many lives become filled with unnecessary burdens because people rush forward without listening to the quiet wisdom that protects them. I am calling you to live with greater awareness so that your journey remains steady even when circumstances become complicated. The warning that began this moment was not meant to push you away, but to draw your attention toward the importance of your path. When I said that ignoring this call could lead to loss, it was because certain choices can quietly open doors that bring hardship when patience is absent. By listening carefully now, you are already moving away from those possibilities and toward a future that remains protected. There will be moments ahead when situations appear ordinary, yet hold deeper meaning beneath the surface. During those times, I want you to remember the seriousness of the guidance you received here. Allow it to remind you that every step deserves thoughtfulness, and that patience often protects the future more than hurried decisions ever could. You are never walking through life without support. My presence surrounds your journey like a steady light that continues shining even when clouds attempt to block your vision. When confusion appears and when circumstances feel unclear, that light remains guiding your thoughts toward wisdom and stability. The struggles you experienced in the past were not empty hardships, but lessons that strengthened your spirit and prepared your heart for moments like this. Each challenge taught you something about resilience and about the value of seeking direction when life feels uncertain. Those lessons now become part of the strength guiding your future. Loss does not have to define the chapters ahead of you. The warning you heard earlier exists precisely so that loss can be avoided through awareness and patience. When you choose to listen carefully and allow wisdom to shape your decisions, the path before you becomes clearer and safer. Your future still holds opportunities for joy, restoration, and peace that will unfold when patience remains part of your journey. There will be seasons where worry fades and where stability replaces the uncertainty that once troubled your thoughts. Those seasons will grow naturally when awareness continues guiding your steps. Remember that my guidance always flows from love that values your life deeply. I speak because your future matters and because the peace meant for you deserves protection. Each word offered to your heart carries the desire to keep your path steady and your spirit strong. Continue moving forward with calmness in your thoughts and confidence that your journey is being watched over with care that never fades. Even when the road ahead appears unclear, guidance will remain present, gently directing you towards safer ground. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. There are moments when people move through their days quickly, filling their minds with many distractions that slowly pull attention away from the quiet wisdom meant to guide them. When this happens, small warnings can be overlooked and situations can grow heavier before anyone notices the direction things are taking. I am drawing your heart back towards stillness, so that your spirit can recognize the importance of listening before moving forward. The calm that begins to settle inside you as these words reach your heart is not accidental, but part of the guidance meant to steady your steps. You have already experienced seasons where life seemed uncertain and where answers felt distant. During those times it may have appeared that you were carrying burdens alone, yet I was present in ways that your eyes could not fully see. I protected you in moments that passed quietly and redirected paths that might have led to deeper pain. Those unseen acts of care are reminders that your life has always been surrounded by protection, even when circumstances seem difficult. The tragedy that was mentioned earlier was never meant to become part of your future. It was spoken so that awareness could rise within your heart before anything harmful had the chance to grow. Many hardships begin slowly through choices made without reflection or through moments when patience is forgotten. When awareness grows stronger within you, those paths begin to fade away before they ever take shape. Your life is far more valuable than the world often recognizes. There are gifts within your heart that will touch the lives of others in ways you may not yet understand. Your kindness, your compassion, and your willingness to keep hope alive, even after difficult experiences, reveal the strength that has been placed inside you. These qualities are not ordinary traits, but signs of a life that carries purpose. If your heart feels the peace of this guidance and you sense that your steps are being protected, write 16 inches the comments as a sign that you trust the direction being placed before you. My beloved child, remember that the world often teaches people to hurry through decisions and chase after solutions that promise quick relief but rarely bring lasting peace. I am leading you toward a different way of walking through life, one where patience becomes a quiet strength and awareness becomes a steady light, guiding each step. When your thoughts slow down and your heart listens carefully, wisdom begins to reveal safer paths. There will be moments ahead when situations appear small and ordinary on the surface, yet they quietly carry influence over the direction of your future. During those times, I want you to remember the seriousness of the warning that began this moment. Allow it to remind you that every step deserves reflection and that patience often protects the future more than hurried action. You are not walking through life without guidance. My presence remains beside you like a steady light that continues shining even when circumstances feel confusing. When doubt tries to enter your thoughts, remember that protection surrounds your journey and that wisdom is always available when you pause long enough to listen. The struggles you faced in the past were not meaningless chapters meant only to cause pain. Each experience strengthened your understanding and taught your spirit how to recognize truth when it appears again. Those lessons now become part of the strength guiding your path forward, helping you walk with greater awareness. Loss does not have to define the story of your life. The warning you heard earlier exists precisely so that loss can be avoided through patience and wisdom. When you allow guidance to influence your decisions, the path ahead becomes clearer and the dangers that once seemed possible begin to lose their power. Your future still holds moments of peace, joy, and restoration that will appear when awareness continues guiding your steps. There will be seasons when worry fades and when stability replaces the uncertainty that once surrounded you. Those seasons will grow naturally when your heart remains attentive and your thoughts remain patient. Remember that my guidance always comes from love that values your life deeply. I speak because your future matters and because the peace meant for your journey deserves protection. Each word offered to your heart carries the desire to keep your steps steady and your spirit strong. Continue forward with calmness in your thoughts and trust that your life is being watched over with care that never fades. Even when the road ahead appears uncertain, guidance will remain present, gently directing you towards safer ground. I see every step you have taken until this moment, and I understand the weight of the seasons that shaped your life. There were days when hope felt distant, and nights when your thoughts were heavy with worries that you carried quietly inside. Even in those times when you believed no one truly understood what your heart was going through, I was present beside you, watching over your steps and strengthening your spirit in ways that were not always visible. My presence did not leave you during those moments, and it will not leave you now. The warning that was spoken earlier came from that same care, the care that refuses to watch your life move toward harm when a simple moment of attention can change the direction ahead. The tragedy that was mentioned was never something I desired for you, but rather a path that can appear when a person moves through life without pausing to listen. By drawing your heart into this moment, I placed light upon the road before you so that your steps could remain steady. You are not walking through life without purpose. There is meaning woven into your journey that extends far beyond what you sometimes see in your daily routines. The kindness you show, the patience you practice, and the quiet strength that rises inside you after every challenge are all signs of the purpose living within your heart. These things matter more than the world often understands, and they reveal the value of the life that you are living. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. If your heart feels strengthened by these words and you sense that your life is being guided with care, write 2121 in the comments as a quiet sign that you trust the protection surrounding your journey. My beloved child, the world around you often moves quickly and encourages people to rush forward without reflection. When life is lived that way, many important signals are missed and choices are made without understanding their consequences. I am guiding you toward a slower and wiser way of walking through your days, one where patience protects your future and awareness keeps your steps steady.